Welcome back. Today we're going to discuss some really challenging, difficult topics of conversation that not everybody is empowered to discuss and empowered to relate to and empowered to relate their own experience. These are things that I'm sure will help lots of other people listening to this podcast, wherever you may be. The title is basically finding out the narcissistic qualities, the controlling qualities, the evil sometimes qualities of people that we have in our lives that we love and cherish around us. And we suddenly realize that they're not the people we thought they once were. The mirror's cracked. You know, we take the bull by the horns. We realize they're not the person we thought they once were. No matter the relationship, whether it's a friendship, parents situation, it could be friends, it could be colleagues. There are always people around us who are displaying certain tendencies, certain ego, id qualities. We might have a circle of friends, you know, whether it's from our teenage years, older years, even adult years. It doesn't matter what age you are, there will be a particular number of people within that circle. Either we eliminate, we reduce, we increase. Sometimes we don't resonate the fact that this person has qualities that we didn't always see. And as a friend that's recently said it to me, sometimes that mask that that person is portraying falls off, and it falls off sharply. Okay, think about that. The mask that that person is wearing or portraying or perceiving or suggesting they are falls off. Now this could be someone you're so close to, someone that you would vouch for, someone that you would, pardon the expression, take a bullet for. This is someone that you would passionately support, and be there for them night or day, 3 o'clock in the morning, daft o'clock in the morning. If they need your support, you'd be there. But then you realize this person isn't who they're meant to be. This isn't the person who I either entered a friendship with, relationship with, marriage with. Think about that for a minute. Sometimes in our life, we go through friendships, relationships, we cut people out for various reasons. The toxicity, the fact that they're not resonating with us anymore. Yes, we have life chapters. We move on, we move jobs, we move work, we move in different circles. Sometimes we don't necessarily put that adequate quality time to aside to be with that person. But also, sometimes when you're with them for far too long, you realize that you were in this illusion, you were in this dream state where you didn't see certain things as other people perceive them, because your perception was either blurred or marred by love or kindness, or you felt this sense of responsibility or duty that you had to help them, you had to fix them. No matter what it is, you have to take a step back and you have to take ownership of that relationship within yourself. You have to look at it and think, who is this individual and who am I? What am I here to learn? When you try and break away from whatever that relationship will be, whether it's your parents, your friends, your loved ones, your marriage, you have to take a real close, honest look and think, what qualities in them are triggering things in me? What do I no longer tolerate anymore, and why? Is it because my barriers now are slightly higher? Is it because I have more quality time on my hands? Is it because I love myself more, that I'm not worthy of this? Is it because I respect myself more, that I will not tolerate, excuse the word, bullshit? There are times when we have people coming in and out of our lives and we see them for who they clearly are. And some of us, unfortunately, take a lot longer to learn that. We will be knocked by these friends or partners or relationships. We will put barriers in place. Sometimes those people respect them, sometimes they don't. Then there's the more cunning, conniving, manipulative people that are very demonic, very evil, that are out there. And what they do is they play the long game. And by the long game, I mean they will wait. They will wait. They will be planning. They will be cunning in their deployment of their motives. And sometimes We will not know for years, and I mean years, for that to be revealed. When we do, we are the person involved that has to act upon that. There are times when, if they've broken certain hardcore rules that you've instilled into that relationship, you might be at, a crossroad in your life, thinking, what do I do? Where do I take this from? Do I give them another chance? Do I try to mend bridges? Do I try to repair the damage? Even though you're not at fault, the other individual is. You might try to get over the betrayal and the hurt. Then there are times when you just think, nah, that's not for me. There's the door, see you later, I'm gone, bye. All of us will be in very, very different stages. Sometimes these people that I'm talking about will see our vulnerable state. And now the rest of the world won't necessarily see it that clearly. For most of us, we hide it very, very well, very well. And we are strong on the outside, we're strong on the inside. But this particular person, they will wait like a cunning snake for a long while, intercepting anything that you could possibly think that has made them look bad and made them look negative. Everyone around you possibly can see traits. They call it red flags. They might be able to say, look out, there's a warning here, there's a warning here. And yes, sometimes there are, some are clear, but sometimes they're warped as well. When you're meant to see them, the mirror will shatter. Once it does, you're looking at somebody in a completely different light and completely different aspect. And instead of saying in a negative aspect of trauma, which is what we're doing, we're conditioned to think, why? Why did I allow this to happen to me? Why did I let this person get away with it? Why did I let them hurt me? Why did I let them destroy me? These are quite valuable questions. But what we should be doing instead is, what am I here to learn from this? What have I still not mastered in my life, that my life cycle is still showing up this particular pattern within me that I've still not conquered, and I've still not broken, and I've still not mastered? What am I here to empower myself with? And how am I going to do that? Can you see the switch within the positivity from the negativity? Quite subtle there, isn't it? It's taken me personally a long time to master that. People will come in your life. People will shatter your illusions and your dreams. And it will be people that are the most closest to you that will do that. One day everything's fine. The next they have pulled the rug from under you. And you really don't see it coming. And that's what I'm saying. These people that are out there, they are planning, plotting, conniving, manipulative. And a lot of the time that they're attracted to you, or they're within your particular circle or your particular energy, is because they feed off you like a light. There is something very negative about them. They're not happy within themselves. They're not happy within their community and their own inner circle and family. It might be that it's not necessarily materialistic things and wealth, but there is something very deep, dark, very disturbing about them that they haven't mastered, that they can't cope with, that they can't change or refuse to change. And within you, you have that light, you have that pureness, you have that joy. Because no matter what life has thrown at you, you bounce back. You bounce back, you move forward. No matter what your beliefs are, it doesn't matter what your religious aspect is within life, but you might have that spiritual essence, that spiritual being within your soul that knows that what is going on is there to help strive you forward. You're here for a purpose, your life purpose, your soul purpose. You're here to do something other than self, id, ego. You're here to help mankind. You're here to help the planet. You're here to help your community and the people around you. And these people that are swarming around, trying to manipulate, to bring you to some form of justice, manipulation, it's all about them and their need to feed off you and feed off your energy and your vibes, because there is something drastically wrong with theirs. And unfortunately, what they do is they suck and suck and suck the life out of you like a leech. And each time you keep bouncing back, you don't realize it. This toxic energy resonates, it's there, but you don't necessarily see it because you're a happy-go-lucky person. So what do we do? How do we break free? How do we move forward? It's not easy. It is not easy. The people that are very, very toxic around us will show little wobbles at first. They'll show little signs and they will contradict themselves. My advice is listen out to the lies. Listen out to the things that don't resonate with you. You will feel it in your stomach, something's not right. You'll feel it in your third eye and your mind, something is not right. You'll also see it as maybe within a piece of paper that they give you, where in black and white, something is not true, not correct. But this person will masquerade it so much to the point where they will believe their own concept of truth. And often that truth is not truth, it is lies that are manipulated to perhaps make you feel a particular way, make you do something in a particular way. So the other person is able to get what they want out of this. When you're in a marriage or a relationship, long-term relationship, it's not easy to cut those ties. It is not easy to go forward because this other individual has manipulated it to the point where we are distraught. We are beyond belief in despair that our marriage has broken, our relationship has broken, this person that we were going to be with or we'd planned to be with for the rest of our life. It could be that you have attachments with children with them, which makes it even harder. And they know that. They have that emotional bond and they have that emotional link that can tie you back, that can hold you back from leaving. Think about that. That control, that essence of I will manipulate and I will destroy you. That venomous sort of talk that the other toxic person does. You have to remind yourself the following. You are powerful. They are powerless. They have no control of you. Think about that again. You are powerful. They are powerless. They have no control of you. Those words are very, very powerful affirmations that you can say to yourself and to your children, the people around you. As long as that person is feeding in on your emotions and feeding in on your pain and your trauma, which, trust me, is a valid feeling, they're winning. And what these people do is they manipulate you to the point where they do not want you to think clearly. They do not want you to react clearly. They want to manipulate more. They want to use that emotional blackmail, the emotional abuse, the brainwashing almost, where maybe other family members get involved, other people, other friends get involved, so that your vision is so blurred you don't see what's black and white and what's yellow and pink. Your vision is distorted, your reality, your perception is distorted. You start believing their narrative when clearly things are evidently in front of you, clear as day. Your heart's also broken, maybe in pieces, maybe shattered, maybe wounded. But it still wants to believe that this person that you have loved so dearly couldn't hurt you, but they have. And that also is that reality aspect that this person is not the person I signed up for, I married, I had children with. It could be a parent, like I said, it could be anybody that you've got within your cycle, within your circle. One of the best things you can do eventually, gradually, tell a close number of people around you, get some support. Make sure these people are going to be there for you. Some will let you down. Should you attempt to be back in that relationship, again, whatever it is, whether it's a parental relationship, family, your husband, your wife, whatever, that person, that friend has to be a good, solid person that is not going to say, oh, I told you so, oh, I told you so, I told you not to get back. No, you need someone that respects your wishes, that respects and values your decision, even though they don't agree with it. You take it on board, you try. Some of us try with that individual again. We try to bury our pain. We try and salvage whatever the situation is because we're programmed, we're conditioned, preconditioned to not give up on family, to not give up on marriage. When in fact, we should learn the power in letting go. The power is so important because you are showing you love you and you love yourself more than the other individual. And in times we forget that. We forget to give that self-love. We forget to give ourselves that joy. And to simply place our hand on our heart chakra and say, I love you. You are worth more than this. You deserve more than this. We don't go by the patterns and cycles of our ancestors and our families. Instead, we might be actually freeing them by making the decisions that we are doing for future generations. We need to empower ourselves so that we are not enslaved by society, by our families, by expectations. We do what's right within our hearts for us, our decision, our children, our family, our inner circle. We move forward. Of course you're going to look back. Of course you're going to reflect. Of course you're going to regret. But would it be more important to strive forward, to make changes, to focus on us, rather than regret the things we should have done or should have said? Say it in that time. Voice it. Opinionate it. Express it with kindness. Of course there are going to be times where that is going to be extremely challenging and you're not going to be able to do it. I found that myself. You normally are a placid going person and then all of a sudden there is this tension, frustration, anger. Hate is a very strong word, but some of us feel that hate towards that individual. But wherever you are holding on to that hate, you're not living because you're still holding on to that grudge. You're still not letting go. You're still not free. You're still not emancipated because that pain is still there. Lingering, holding on, being toxic. Let it go. Let it be. Let the universe, let karma, let religion, let faith work it out. You focus on you. You focus on building yourself up again. Whether that means being able to get out of bed in the morning, washing yourself, combing your hair. Some of us will deeply struggle with that. Been there, got that t-shirt. Some of us will struggle to eat. We will close off our whole body system and we don't allow ourselves to be fed in any shape or form, whether that's cutting off our friends, our family. We just go inwards and we shut off, we hibernate. Some of us will struggle to just get up to go to work. If we are able to even get in the car or walk to work or be in the office environment, wherever it is, that is such a massive achievement. Other individuals don't understand that. We struggle maybe to stick to deadlines, to even communicate with the people around us. We are very, very sensitive to the individuals around us and we will react. We go in fight or flight mode. An individual we work with will say the most innocent comment and we fly off the handle because our feelings are raw. Our emotions are raw. Our pain is still raw. But I assure you, it does get better. It does get better. It does heal. It does mend. It does go with time. You don't forget the people who hurt you. You don't forget, but you have to learn to forgive. And forgiveness is also one of those things that's very hard to each of us personally. Again, the more we hold on to the fact that, oh, this person's done this to me and that, you're still retelling the narrative. You're still holding on to the pain, the cycle, the abuse, the trauma. You're not allowing yourself to be free. You're still shackled to an incident from the past. The other individual, the toxic individual who's done that to you, they won't care. They haven't moved forward. They haven't striven forward. But you are still in that circle, that pattern of trauma. You have to let it go. You have to be. And you have to live in the here and now. And you have to say to yourself, I'm worthy of much more than this. I love myself much more than this. Sometimes, even just sitting in peace, switching your phone off, switching technology off, going for a walk, clearing your head. In the times of COVID, that's extremely difficult for some of us to do. We're constantly living with memories. We're constantly living with that, remembrance. But until we unwrap our mind and our heart and let things go, it might be that we have to have a big clear out. It's hard as it is. We have to get rid of those things, those sentimental things that are still holding us in that relationship, whatever that relationship was. And there are going to be people around you who will not fully understand the life path you are on, or the life path you have been on. And this is where you find out who is in your inner circle, who's not. And it's the people that will stand by you in extremely difficult times that are your tribe. They're the people who will love you unconditionally. They're the people who've got your back. And over time, that will change. That's okay, because we have people that come in our lives and go. All of us serve a purpose. All of us serve a chapter. And that's totally okay too. But what you have to remember is move forward. Heal thyself. Heal inside. Step back from these toxic people. Step back from the toxic relationships around you. Take a good close look. You'll see what I'm talking about. It will resonate after you've heard this. And you will look at people in a completely different light. You are worth much more than that. You are worth much more as a whole being, to see that you are striving forward, rebuilding your life, restarting your life without that person, whoever it was, whoever the attachment was. And sometimes cutting all ties, if at all possible, is the best way forward. I hope and I pray that any of us that are on this path of discovering toxic people around us really stand firm and stand strong in our decisions. That no matter the battle that's ahead of us, no matter the path that seems painful and difficult and full of overwhelming, burdensome, basically lots and lots of issues arising, deal with them, address them, tackle them the best way that you can. Strive to go forward, strive to love self, strive to help yourself. Because if you're not whole, and if you're not looking after number one, you're no good to anybody else. Peace, love, and harmony and blessings are on your way. And I wish whoever's on this journey a journey of fulfillment, a journey of discovery, and a journey of joy. God bless. Take care. Thank you for listening. Bye for now.